This is The Note Show.
Yo, it's your boy Note. We're back on the Note Show. Before I say anything, do anything, subscribe, fuck with my shit. All right, so UFC 320. All right, let's get on one of the topics of what we're going to see. I think we're going to kickstart this off with Merab versus Cory Sandhagen. Let's get into it, okay? I think that Cory Sandhagen is a universal fighter. When I say that, I mean he's good on the ground, he's good standing up, he's good in the clinch, he's good in the jiu-jitsu ground games. I think he's a really good fighter. I think he has great strikes, good kicks, good clinches. Very, very formidable UFC. You know, one could basically say the future of MMA because I mean he's so universal. I mean I think that's what we'll see in the next 5 years. Kids have been doing since 15. The levels will go even more up. You know, but I think that he's going to have a hard time with Merab. All right, Merab's been a champion for a while. Merab's great at wrestling, period. I think he's great at making people tired, too, how he gets them on the cages. He's just a formidable opponent. But I will tell you this. When we go into it and we look at the diversity of a wrestler, and all right, I know people might not agree with me, but I'm going to say Sandhagen is basically a universal fighter. I mean, yeah, his wrestling isn't the best, but I mean, he's fought as much people as Merab, you know, and it's been as hard for them to fight him. He's coming from Ronda Rousey's camp. All right. I remember when she was talking about a long time ago about how she thought this dude would be the future of champion of the UFC. I am going to agree because I feel like this. Merab is easy to get hit, though. He'll take a hit, you know, and I think if you give Cory he's a eagle, bro. He's gonna scout that, hit you, and he never goes in there and just you're not gonna get a 1-2 back up. You know, Cory is gonna mix it up and he's fast. And he's 1-2, maybe a kick. You know, I think Merab has no choice but to play this safe as hell. I know he was talking about he's going to do something magical. He might stand up, but we all know that if he stands up with Cory, it's over. Like Cory will win. I believe that 110%. But I also believe that I think Cory will win this fight. And I think that it might be something crazy like a flying knee, but I feel like this is going to be a crazy banger because I know he's going to have to put all into it. I think that when it gets done, I really think that Cory might pull a shocker and win. Merab's going to wrestle. We already know pretty much his game plan. And if he stands up, it just gives him more chances for Sandhagen to knock him out with a kick or, he's really good at kicks. You know, that's something that Merab's going to have to worry about, coming in, trying to get close where, he could do a lot of leg kicks, kicking in the groin. He's got a lot of chances. I'm just talking shit on that groin. But he's got a lot of chances to win, like at the end of the day, he's got more chances and more stuff in his backpack to win than Merab, because Merab is going to try to, I mean, he might get a submission, but more than likely, he's just going to maul you the whole time. Cory will try to go for a submission. Cory's not going to sit there. Like, you got to think about it, too. He's gotten to this point to where I feel like this is his big chance, and I think he's going to deliver. I think that this is going to be a way more harder fight for Merab than Merab can even think of. Now, yes, if the first 15 seconds this man Merab goes for a takedown and he sees that he can take Sandhagen down, then yeah, this will be a very easy night for him because he's gonna keep doing it. But don't count Sandhagen out, bro. The man is a universal fighter, and I mean that at the highest level. And his cardio is good. He's a dog. He's not gonna just sit back. He's going to be in his face. It's both going to be a collide. It's not going to be a boring fight. I don't believe it'll be a boring fight at all. I believe that Sandhagen is going to stuff and get right back up. I mean, he's not going to stay on the ground. He's really good, man. He's really good. And I think that this might be his time to shine. I mean, when we sit here and debate with ourselves, the amount of stuff that could come out from Merab, we're pretty much like hitting about 4 different things, clinching on the fence, putting his body on them to drag them down, make them tired. I mean, one could say that even if Cory got taken down in the first round, if he can outstand the first round, maybe he'll be able to, really, either way, when they get toe-to-toe, they have to stand. They have to be in front of each other, no matter what. And I will always, for me, favor Cory when it comes to this fight. But the semantics of everything would favor Merab for his clinching and his ground game is crazy. So, and his cardio is gonna go. But the thing is, they both got cardio. There is no more in this fight. Who's got the best cardio? No, they both have insane cardio. Cory has great cardio too. Do not sleep on that man's cardio. He's not gonna be over here gassing out. That's not gonna happen. Cory's gonna get in there and he's gonna grind. Plus, you gotta think, like the buildup of this for him is more crazier than it is Merab. Cory's been calling fights for years. Man, personally, I feel like Sean O'Malley dodged Cory for a very, very smart reason because I think Sandhagen would sleep O'Malley at his own game because I mean I would say O'Malley's fighting game would be like at a 7.5. Cory's at an 8.5. Cory's good, man. And if Cory becomes a champ, be one of the most rightful places for him because of, he's not just a fighter. He's a nerd just like us. He loves just the fighting period. I'm a Cory Sandhagen fan because of who he is as a person, not just as a martial artist. It's hard to sit here and like a person for both because you can like John Jones, but I like what John Jones does. Just like R. Kelly. You can dislike R. Kelly's, um, actions and what he did in his life, but you cannot not sit here and say he didn't make hits. Cannot sit here and say, when you hear that, I can't sleep, baby, you're going to feel that. Hey, baby. But you feel that, like some things you can say whatever. You can talk shit about Michael Jackson, but when you hear a Michael Jackson song, he was beautiful at his craft. He was beautiful at what he was. You can hate the person, but love his craft. And I'm always going to stand by that. I digress. Back to Cory. I love Cory, period, on just the fact that he loves mixed martial arts so much. It's like Dominic Cruz. You got to love Dominic Cruz, not just because he's a champion, because he's really what he's about. There is no faking. There is no, these two, Cory and Dominic Cruz, they're straight up Bible MMA junkies like us. And we love that shit. I love to see a fighter be solid like that because too many people are getting shined. They're like negative people. And, if we uphold negativity, then who are we? We're just the same. We're not changing anything in the sport. But back to what we were saying, I do believe that Merab is probably going to have a hard time, not just because of Cory's fast. I mean, you got to worry about when you're standing up, you're gonna have to worry about everything. So if he tries to go for a double A, he tries to shoot for anything like that, he's got to worry about he might get fucking knocked out with a knee. He might have he's gonna have a problem. Okay, can we all agree with this? It's not gonna be easy. Now, I might be saying a lot of shit, and it might bite me in my ass, and he might get into the fight and just take Cory down because of all the pressure of this fight. But I don't think so, man. I think Cory's going to be like steel. I think he's going to prevail. I think he's going to shock a lot of people, and I think this is going to be his time. What do you think? Do you think that Cory has it in? Do you think this fight is going to be a banger? I think it's going to be a banger. I will definitely be watching with anticipation. So what do you think? Do you think it's going to be dope? It's your boy No. Before you do anything, say anything, think about anything when you watch this. Subscribe. Fuck with my shit.
This is The Note Show.